As we're counting down towards the close, it's time for the starting five. You're on the shot clock, Shane. The 5 best questions of the issues this week, starting with, what do you make of the Anthony Drimmick and Chris Goulding incident?
The elbow, is what you're saying? Are you asking whether he meant to elbow him?
You know, or the headbutt to his elbow,
Yeah.
however you want to have a look at it.
There's no doubt that Anthony Drimmick tried to make contact. When you're on the ground and you've got the ball and you're trying to actually get people away from you, because that's one rule I don't like these days, is that as soon as you touch it, they just call automatic jump ball. So there's no doubt he was trying to make contact. Whether he was trying to actually elbow him in the face, I'm not sure about that. But there was definitely intent to be able to make contact. So I'll let him. I've done that. I don't think any less of him for that.
Definitely a bit to say too. No shaking hands after the game, so that'll be one to watch in the rematch. Now, moving on. Brian Conklin doing what looked like a serious ankle injury, pushing back to come back on court, get the win for the Hawks. Most inspirational performance of the week.
Hold on, before we start the clock, was that planned, bringing a Conklin thing after an elbow? Was that a plan?
I don't write the script. I just look at Director Dave over there.
All right. Conklin was unbelievable. I saw him go over, and when you jump in the air and you come down your ankle and you seriously turn it like that, that's a lot of pain. He will have really swelled up afterwards, went and got it retaped. But that's a courageous effort, understanding that he really wanted his team to get a win. I love that from an import, that he is passionate enough and cares enough about his team to come back and get that W. All respect.
Yeah, no question about the passion of the Hawks. Adrice DeLeon, from the start of the season, you've stated that he's been talented but been very hot and cold. Does this weekend do anything to change that?
Well, I think we've seen it in a nutshell. I mean, my man Homicide, he will go on about him being from New York and how good he was, and he was amazing in that first game. He hit 6 threes, but that's what we're going to see. He is going to be great at stages, and other stages he's going to make bad decisions, and he's going to get 2 points, 1 from 6 from the field, like we saw against Melbourne. Joey Wright knows what he's getting, though, so he understands that. He'll deal with that, and they'll get through it. It would frustrate the hell out of me, though.
Strong statement, no change over the weekend. Andrew Bogut came out with some strong statements about flopping. What do you make of it?
How good was it? I love the fact that he says what he thinks. And, he's coming from a league where he thinks that it's called a little bit soft here. So that's a great point for him to be able to get across without, hanging it on the referees. He just said he needs to be able to learn to flop a little bit more. So they got through it. They got the win. Everyone had some fun with it. Even the NBL retweeted it. So I guess it's okay.
Final one in the starting 5. Match of the round, Melbourne-Adelaide, right down the wire, 3 points in it, 4 seconds left. What do you make of the final call with Melbourne inbounding from the front court into the back court?
The final no call. I mean, they missed it. They missed it. And mistakes are going to be made. That's a bad mistake. But what I love is the NBL came out today and acknowledged that it was a mistake. So we can actually understand that. The referee made a mistake. No doubt he'll watch the video. He won't do it again and we can move on. There was another bad one too in Adelaide. The Sydney Kings should have gone to the free throw line for 2 shots and the bench didn't call it. The referees probably should have known, but it's the bench's job to have the flag up and to be yelling out 2 free throws. Not good enough, that one.
Couple of close games, big calls that maybe affected it. That's the starting 5 this week.